Okay, and we're back. So for you, it might have been about a second or two, but for me, it was about roughly a half hour to 45 minutes while I cleaned up all of the goo and all the other stuff that I found in that top compartment. So cleaned it out, organized the parts, separated the stuff that I was either going to throw out or put away somewhere else, and now we're ready to get into this front compartment and see what's in the drawers. Alright. So in the top drawer, well, most of it is my tools. So got myself a 9mm blade here, so that'll come in handy. That will definitely be staying in. Oh, I've got another one of these battery jigs, so just another set to keep. I've got a bunch of clips here, and I know why I had these. We'll get to those in a second. But yeah, these might be handy. Just to have some make some electrical connections. And a lot of this is really tools. So I have got Stubby Screwdrivers, and these are all Craftsman, like the original Craftsman, made in the USA. So I've got two Stubbies, a flathead and a Phillips, which again, I mean, I was treating this as a regular everyday toolbox as well. Got a flathead screwdriver here with a large blade. I've got a Phillips, and I've got a small Phillips. This is probably like a number 1, or rather a number 0, small flathead, about 1/4 inch. And even more. I've got a little thumb screw with both a hex and a square head on it. Non-ratcheting, but hell, these little thumb ratchets are always handy. Got lots of shrink wrap and lots of wire ties, so that'll definitely stay. Some tip cleaner, so that I'll put with all my soldering stuff. Oh, this is one of those old associated wrenches that came with the on-road kit that had basically the nut sizes for all of the main nuts that are available in the kit. So probably put that with my associated stuff. Some more sandpaper here. Oh no, these are lead weights. That was sandpaper. Yeah, this is like lead tape. Not sure if it's still adhesive, but what else I got here? I got some silicone tubing, which is way too stiff, so this is junk. Oh, a little 1/4 inch wrench here, open end and close end. That would go in the tool pile. Oh, I remember. Oh, well, it's kind of junk now, but back in the day, this was a spring tensioning tool for the motors. As a tuning tip on the motors, what you wanted to do was basically keep a constant, or at least keep the two springs that you had consistent. So you basically use this to push against the spring as it was pushing on the brush, so you can make sure that you had basically well paired springs. But this one, I guess, has gotten damaged over the years. There's a lot of resistance there, so. But this was a pretty cool tool. I used it a lot. Shame this has to go, but it is junk, unfortunately. Some more screwdrivers. Again, more Craftsman. I mean, this is newer stuff, so this is probably where like the Chinese stuff started to come in. So there's a T. Is there a small one here? Yeah, T2. This is a small Phillips. This is basically like one of these mini Craftsman sets. Some more flat and Phillips. Got more of these. Tools are always good, so. Oh, this is the old school Craftsman here. Another flat blade. Yeah, so this might be good for nitro tuning. This was probably long enough, and the blade is wide enough, so this would be good to keep. Got little brushes. These were to get into the little nooks and crannies. I think these are all like rusted out. I'm gonna toss these. I actually bought a bunch of these lately, so don't really need them. Oh, a carbon fiber piece, which I think was from the RC12L, which I don't have anymore. So I mean, it looks small enough. I don't think this was wide enough for the RC10L. Either case, a couple of tie rod ends, which I don't know what they are to. Oh wait. Oh, look at that, RPM tie rod ends. So these, unless you've got an old buggy, these probably don't work anymore since everything's metric. Some more wire ties. I'm not going to take those out. All right, on to drawer 2. Let's see what we've got. Oh, an old Paragon pinion block with some really old rusted out pinions. Now these were Trinity, so I think these were made out of non-corrosive. I don't know if they're aluminum or not, but they're definitely usable. All 64 pitch. I know I had my 64 pitch gears stored elsewhere anyways. Some tiny ones here. 11 through 16, 18. Not even sure why I had some of these. A 28 tooth, 64 pin. Probably for my brief stint in stock, but used a lot of the smaller pinions for racing and mod. More tools. So we got some more heat shrink. Got some of these old weights that the adhesive is shot anyway. So these go in the garbage. Oh, an old wing button with no set screws. So that's garbage. Oh, broken wrenches. And these are Craftsman. I suppose I could get go to any Craftsman dealer and get a new one for these, but these were the better ones compared to what's being made today, from what I've heard. Yeah, and that was they used to make really small. Like, see, this one is 3/16. Nowadays, I think a quarter is the smallest they make. And again, these were famous. My dad used to have these, and he was always changing these out because they broke, but he used them for work. A small switch, which has seen better days, so that can go. Here we go. See, this was one diff ball left. But these film cans are always convenient for small parts. So, here's that other wing button, which is all rusted and corroded. A Sharpie, which still works, so I'll be keeping that. And these were my old nut drivers, all US Snap-on. I used to use these for other things, so I spent some money on tools back then. Yep, all different US sizes, so I suppose these might be handy around the house, but that's about it. Oh, look at this. This was one of the early wrenches. I think this was a Trinity wrench, given the purple color. And this is a 3/32, so... yeah. Not sure if I have a use for this because I already got another set, but we'll keep that around. Oh, if you ran on road in Florida in the 90s, then I know you're probably familiar with this. Rainbow Riders. Yeah, this guy used to run in the series with us. He used to market and sell his own line of sunglasses, which he promoted as giving you helping you with better vision in your races. You wouldn't see him at the track anyway without wearing his Rainbow Riders, and I think he sold quite a few. So, and not badly priced either. I mean, at least the people that I know bought from him, they were happy with their sunglasses. This was like back in the day, those sunglasses that would cut out the blue light and all that, so that you could see better. That was what Rainbow Riders was all about. And he was an optometrist, so he knew his stuff. Some miscellaneous tiny plastic hardware, which is junk. More of my Snap-on X drivers. And then back in the old days, the standard steel. Now these were Snap-on, so they were good, but they were ball tip, and every one of these small ones, the ball tip broke over time. So yeah, really good, but just like any other steel hex, Allen wrench, the ball tip always broke off. Some Exacto 9mm blades. These are the breakaway type, so that'll be good for that blade that I have. Here we go. Here's my famous little can full of 1/8 diff balls. So no, I mean, other than for my classic cars, I guess hold on to that for posterity's sake. Oh, another 9mm blade, Exacto, so that goes with these cutaway blades here. That's the end of drawer 2, so let's go on to the next drawer. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's from here on out, it's all batteries. So yeah, let's see. Some more snap-on blades, or snap-off blades. I believe this is gooey. But I think this is, yeah, tip cleaner. I'll have to check that, or flux, one of the two. Yeah, these are junk. They all corroded. These were metal braid that you typically use to solder your batteries together when you were building saddle packs. So that's junk. That in the junk pile. Ooh, lots of them. Yeah, I guess I had a battery pack that I never quite got around to. Oh yeah. But some more of this and some more lubes here. VRP. This was a pretty good brand of Diff Lube back then. A little thick. I actually used to use this on the RC10L between basically the dishes where the rear pod was. This kind of gave it that gooiness. It allowed you to control and slow down the rear end, which in the end just amounted to better handling. So I'm sure this stuff is still good, and I can probably find a use for that today. Some good old-fashioned Associated Diff Lube as well. It's discolored a little bit, but it's probably discolored because of this Pro Diff Lube, which it's still grease. It is basically probably like a high-temperature grease, so this is probably still good. So other than that, now we're getting into the good stuff. Got my old Panasonic 1700s. These were pretty popular. I mean, these were the last major brands of batteries. Major batteries. These happen to be Duratrax matched batteries back in the day. But these little things, these were called battery bugs, and these were the ones that brought down your batteries to a very low voltage level without letting them go into negative voltage. So it did a good job of balancing the voltage across. And I've always had these on. So these batteries, even though they're old, the joints are a little bit corroded. It'll be interesting to try to charge these up to see if they still hold the charge. And of course some pliers and wire cutters, which these will be handy in the toolbox. So on to the final drawer. And it's all batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got actually 7 here. And I had another 2 here. So that was what was great about these. You can carry all your batteries for the weekend here. Typically we only ran 1 pack a day, so you could either go from one day to the next, or you could go with 1 pack a weekend. As the advanced drivers, you wanted to use your batteries as little as possible, save your main batteries. So again, I typically had enough batteries for every practice session, qualifying, and the main. And this, this tool case really gave me room for all of it. There's something that I missed that I didn't see. These were basically shrink wrap for the battery cells, which grew on them, of course. So that'll go in the trash pile, and that's pretty much it. I've got some more Panasonics. I got 3 packs of Panasonics, and believe it or not, I've actually got some of the old SCE batteries as well. Wow. I guess I'll have to recycle those because I know they're not any good. And that pretty much wraps up everything that I have in my toolbox. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. And if you want to see more content like this, or just more talk in general about the old days of racing, please do me a favor and leave comments below. I'll be happy to listen and respond to your feedback. And as always, any feedback that you do give will just help me deliver the content that you guys want to see. So while I finish cleaning up and putting all this stuff away, I'm your host Julio, and until next time, take care.